Hello, everybody. This is Dave Juno. Welcome to Meniere's Disease Warrior. If you're new here, if you like what you see, please hit subscribe and the bell notification so you'll know when I post a video. So yesterday I had made a video about how yesterday I started out awful. Really did. And I really talked myself into doing what I had to do. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes you have to do that. And so I was thinking this morning about that video and about yesterday. And I'm like, that's weird. You wake up like garbage and you've set all these little goals to get done what you got to get done. And by 8 o'clock at night, I was okay. And my wife wasn't feeling very good. I was okay enough. I shouldn't say okay. I was okay enough to go pick up my son John at work, who it's a mile down the road. It's not far, but my wife really wasn't feeling good. She's got her own issues, and I'm not privileged to talk about it on here, and I'm not going to. But she wasn't feeling good and asked me, honey, do you really think you can pick up John? I really don't feel good. And I said, yeah, don't worry about it. So I went and got him. I drove down, got him. Then he drove home. He's got his permit. So he drove home, and awesome driver. I was shocked. It was the first time I drove with him. I wasn't nervous. I didn't get nervous. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't, I didn't even say anything about driving. I mean, yeah, he blew through one stop sign, and I said, hey, dude, you can't do that. And he was like, okay. I didn't yell or scream or anything. It was fantastic. So I was thinking, like, yesterday felt like crap, and as the day went on, I felt better. That's weird. Meniere's is weird like that. That's what I'm thinking. Meniere's is weird, the way sometimes it works. And, I went all day. I was feeling good. I had a hard time hearing at Mass when I was doing the live stream. Even listening to my wife, I was having a hard time hearing. My son talking, same thing, my youngest boy. I really couldn't make out words. So I was still having such a hard time. But even as the day got better, I was still having a hard time with the hearing. And even this morning, I'm having a hard time with it. And I do feel better. But then I'm thinking, like, what are those times you feel like you can take on the world? You wake up, you're ready to hit the road running. I can get this done. I can do that. And within 2 or 3 hours, you're on a floor. And you're like, oh, my God, what happened? And you're thinking back, what did I do? Did I have too much salt? Did I have too much coffee? Did I have, did I drink last night? Which I don't drink, so that's a story for another day. I don't drink alcohol, so you're thinking, oh, what did I do? What did I eat? Did I have pizza last night? And there's too much salt, and they put the pepperoni on. You start doing these things, you wake up. You're feeling great when you first wake up, and within an hour, you're like, ugh. What did I have for breakfast? Blah, 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 blah. Did anybody upset me? Because, one of my triggers is stress, and then I'm sure stress is a trigger for everybody at some point or another, and I've learned to eliminate that, most of it, I should say, through therapy, which that's why I always talk about, if you're feeling down and out, get some help. So, that was that. That I've had days like that where I felt great in the morning. My wife leaves to work, thinking, hey, he's having a good day. And then she'll call, 10:30. How you doing? I'm in bed. The world is spinning. And I don't know why. Now, I don't know why because of food or something. But, if there's a weather system coming in that I haven't seen on the news yet, that could trigger it. I know in the summertime, thunderstorms make me crazy. My tinnitus really ramps up. Vertigo does hit me. It just does. It's just because the pressure drops in it. Pouring rain. Light, like real bright light. Like today, well, it's cloudy now, but earlier today the sun was out. So that sun is shining on that white snow. And that white snow is reflecting the sunlight, and believe me, it's pretty bright in here with the sunlight. So, there's days that I'm wearing sunglasses, and yeah, that can cause me to feel awful. So, it's just weird how that happens. If I go, I can have, if I go for the third cup of coffee, I'll get vertigo, regardless of whether I'm taking vitamin B complex or not. I'll still get vertigo, which the vitamin B complex so far seems to be working out pretty well. But it's just like it's just weird how it works out that way. And especially if you don't really know your triggers. Now, I know two triggers, is one is stress and one is light. And sound, that deep bass sound from a church organ drives me crazy. It does set me off. And actually, the only time that I was shocked I wasn't set off by something like a deep bass tone was when I went and saw Genesis with my son in December, and I was fine throughout the whole thing. Now, I don't know if it was because the people smoking weed behind me, or I was just so amped up with adrenaline for seeing this band again, but it didn't affect me at all. But yeah, deep tone bass, loud, bothers me. Like my wife likes to play classical music, or I call it funeral dirge music, or chamber music. I don't know, whatever she's listening to is god awful. And I like classical music, but whatever she listens to is god awful. But it's and then I'm like, so I know sound does affect me. But really, salt doesn't. But they have me on a water pill anyways, and which is good because I've lost like 12 pounds and I feel better. But yeah, and it's just amazing how you get those days you can run out the door within an hour. You're in bed, and then you have those days you like think you're dying, and then you're all of a sudden as the day goes on, you're pushing yourself to do one task, then do another, do another, do another. By the end of the day, you're feeling pretty good. It's just weird like that, and that's why I say keep a journal, too, because you know if you don't have a journal, you can't flash back to see, okay, what might have been different that day, that caused me to go from feeling wonderbar to down like that. Now, there's a lot of things that also can affect it too. You got to understand, is your brain, as my ENT or otologist explained to me, your brain's really working double, triple time. That's why you get that exhaustion, because your brain can make you exhausted. Because let's face it, it's compensating for your balance, it's compensating for hearing loss, which I'm deaf on this ear, and then you've got that tinnitus going. So your brain is compensating a lot, plus whatever else it's doing. Thinking, talking, walking, moving your hands, making a video. You have all these other different things. So that, your brain, you gotta understand, the brain's working triple time. So, yeah, you might wake up one morning and feel great, and within an hour or two, your brain's like, you know what, I've had enough for today. So, whatever it is, I don't know. And that's the mystery of this disease. It's weird how, and how something can affect me and not affect somebody else. It's like we all have the same thing, but we're all different. Like I know people that can't have a bit of ounce of salt or high sodium because they'll definitely be in the garbage. Where I can I can go have a couple of slices of pizza and I'm fine. But we both have the same disease. Hello, it's not like diabetes. Like I have diabetes too, but my blood sugar is under control. Diet and pills and exercise, whatever. So you can control the diabetes. If I'm going to have, if I have a cookie, I know if I have 3 cookies, it's going to spike my blood pressure. So I'm only going to have 1 cookie. But the thing is that it's not like diabetes where you can control it. It's one of those things is you can control it only so much, and then it just goes haywire for whatever apparent reason it wants to. And like I said yesterday, there was a gentleman in one of the Facebook groups who posted about how he's feeling so much better because he saw a doctor that isn't one of these doctors who they try to find the root of what's causing your issues. And he had all kinds of tests, and they found out he had mercury poisoning, Lyme disease, and mold poisoning. And so he was able to get better from all that, and then his Meniere's seemed to improve a lot, where he goes, hearing back, his tinnitus is very minimal. And I think that's awesome, because sometimes you have to be your own advocate for health. And he decided to find this doctor that does this, and I'm sure there's plenty of them around here. I'm thinking about it myself, doing the same thing. But to that gentleman, if he sees this video, congratulations. I think that's awesome that you were able to find all these things wrong that were causing your Meniere's to go haywire. Because that's half the battle. That's most of the battle. Good job to you. So there are, it's just weird how things are different. Now, I have been tested for mold and Lyme disease and all these other things, and I'm fine. So I don't know. Like I said, we're all different, and it's just weird how everybody with Meniere's disease is different. And that's basically the point of this video. So on that note, have a great day, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Please remember, if you like what you see, subscribe, hit the notification button, the bell, and then you'll know when I'm posting a video. So on that note, have a great day, everybody. Bye.